Hey everybody, welcome back to JT Channel. Welcome to a bit of a laid back, more open one of my channel updates. I know I've done a lot of talking videos this week, and I figured I would address why all that's happening. I know that the channel's kind of seem like it's in limbo, and it kind of is. So I figured, how many times have I said I figured in the first 20 seconds here? We're just gonna sit down and kind of have a chat, which is funny because I had an idea for a show at the beginning of the channel called Let's Have a Chat. I even did 2 episodes of it. But anyway, I just figured I'd talk about what's been going on and what the future is going to look like, because it's been kind of hard lately, and not money hard or anything like that. But I will admit, and this is something that does not happen to me often, and that's not me bragging, but I've always been told by family members, and I'm aware, that I have a very creative mind. I always can just run with stuff, just come up with stuff. But I've kind of hit a creative lull when it comes to the channel, and that sucks. You know, it sucks because I've enjoyed doing this since I started it, December 26th of 2023, so it's been almost a year and a half, or it has been a year and a half, and I've always got something lined up. No matter what, I've always been able to be like, this is what's next. Even if I don't tell you guys what it is, I always know what's next. The problem is, I don't know what's next. I finished out No Man's Sky, or at least I finished it out for my perspective. I didn't want to reset the universe because I really enjoy the game so much. I don't know what that would do. I've discovered so much. Is that going to reset all my discoveries? Am I have to start over? And I'm enjoying looking for Moby Dick, which I am still doing, by the way. He's on like every planet I go discover. He's either uncommon or rare, and he's always active, and he's underground. I was on one planet where he was common, and I still only caught glimpses of him. I could never get him recorded on the game or on the channel. But once I finished that, I was like, I'm going to play Skyrim. I left little teasers and everything, and then I played Skyrim. First video got 7 views. The second video got 1 view 4 days later. So Skyrim's not for you guys. Maybe it's because of how I record things. That usually doesn't seem to be the problem. The people that subscribe to my channel are fully aware that I just record on a phone, and that's cool, but it doesn't seem like Skyrim is the jam. You know what I mean? So I took it off the channel, no big deal, and I figured, okay, I'll find something else to play. So I downloaded that Anomaly game, which, you know, I do plan on playing again for the channel. I've said it, I'm sorry, I don't know why I suddenly have like a dry mouth. I've said it before and I'll say it again. 1 view is better than no views, 2 views is better than 1, and so on and so forth. So it only got like 2 views. I still I'm talking too fast, surprise, surprise. I still plan on trying to beat it on the channel. Once that's done though, I honestly don't know what I'm going to do next, because the creative lull isn't because my creativity has hit a wall. It's because my limitations for my YouTube channel have kind of started to catch up with me, and I knew this was a possibility. And you might be thinking, well, what limitations? Well, for starters, phone, right? So I watch a lot of YouTubers that do short videos and long videos. They do both. They'll play a video game from start to finish. It's a Steam game. It's got a short story. It lasts 30 to 40 minutes. Cool. But they'll also play games that last 3 hours. And I can't always do that with a phone. I can do like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I've never tested over an hour and 30 minutes. Well, I think I've gone just over an hour and 30, but I've never really tested beyond that. I've never really seen, hey, can I record for 2 hours if I clear a bunch of space? And that's where some of the problems come in. It's like, well, that means all of my videos are going to be less than an hour and a half, or roughly an hour and a half. And in today's day and age, depending on who is subscribed to my channel, people like short, choppy, fun stuff. One of my friends has a son who likes videos where there's just stuff all the time. Like every 30 seconds there's some kind of cool edit or explosions or text boxes. And I don't mind that stuff. Me and my brother recently just talked about how much we like brain rot humor. Trust me, I love brain rot so much. But I don't like putting that on my channel. Plus, I don't have the editing tools or an editor to do those kinds of things. So my stuff is very simple. It's very much just point a phone at a TV screen, record what I'm doing, pause it if there's like, I need to take breaks or if there's something going on the game, off the game. If I'm like on No Man's Sky, if I was walking a great distance, Skyrim 2, I just pause it and so you guys wouldn't have to watch all that. But that's, it's starting to catch up with me that, okay, I probably need to find some sort of editing software or get an editor. The problem with getting an editor is you have to pay them. I don't mind paying somebody to do work for me, but we've been over my work a lot. Like, I have to work. And I work just fine, but it's not like I'm making, a ton of money all at once. I have to be, very gentle. And I can't just get a new job for reasons I'd rather not get into here. Like, that's too personal. Like, I don't mind telling you guys certain things, but there are things that I am currently working on to why I can't get another job, and there are other reasons beyond that. But the job I have, I love. I do make a lot of money. I'm a mover. I've mentioned that before. And it's, we're getting into the busy season. Right now, my boss just had a baby freaking yesterday, so he's taking a week off. So, congratulations. Everybody comment down below, congratulations, Hunter, that's his name. Not the baby's name, that's my boss's name. You don't say congratulations to the baby. Congratulations on being born. But drop a congratulations for my buddy, my boss, Hunter. He's just had his baby. So we're taking a little break, and then we'll be back on it. And the busy season's coming up, so maybe I can, work something out. But editors do good work. Like, good editors that do good work are going to want good pay. And I've got a child to take care of, a pregnant wife to take care of, 4 animals to take care of, a house, bills, so on and so forth. So I would probably feel more comfortable doing my own editing, which could also cost money. Getting, what is it? What does my buddy always tell me? It's Adobe, it's like an Adobe one, Adobe Pro or something. It's not cheap. It's pretty expensive, actually, like yearly or monthly payments. But if I could afford it, maybe I'll do it someday. It's just right now, I have to start thinking realistically, okay? My brother and maybe 1 or 2 other people, maximum 3 people, watch all of my videos. They don't care that they're not edited. They don't care that I shoot like this, whatever. Excuse me, but I'm on the verge of 140, 150 subscribers. I need to start thinking about, okay, how can I make my stuff more interesting? So that's like a big one. One of the big reasons I've hit a creative wall. Somebody commented on a video, I think it was the No Man's Sky video, that OBS is free. Yes, but I don't have a proper laptop, a proper gaming setup. I just have a phone, and it's an Android phone. There's like OBS, I don't know what to call them, but there's versions of it that OBS actually sends you to do it on mobile, and basically it doesn't work for this kind of phone right now. I don't know if it's just Androids or if it's my kind of phone, but I couldn't get it to work on this phone. And then I tried other editing apps, and it's just nothing is really clicking. There are more, and there's stuff I can do just on the phone, but not being able to edit my videos properly is one of the issues. And I know it is. You guys don't have to tell me that. Which leads me right into the whole laptop conversation. The whole, well, why don't you just get a laptop or play on a laptop or, blah, 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 blah. I just mentioned money, right? I commented on a Doom, the Dark Ages post saying, man, I wish this game would be on PS4. And I turned off notifications, but not fast enough, because sure enough, within just moments, here comes some rich mama's boy who doesn't have to pay for anything other than Uber Eats, maybe some Domino's here and there, talking about how I should just buy a PS5. They're still $500. The cheapest ones I can find are on the Facebook Marketplace for $150. That is like the bare minimum I can find, and that's not because there's anything wrong with it. But again, I can't just look at my wife and my daughter and go, hey, instead of these bills and money and food for us, I'm going to spend $150 on a PlayStation 5 that's 6 towns away that I have to go pick up. So we also need to put gas in the car. That's just stupid. I'm not in a position to own a PlayStation 5. And that, you might be thinking, well, that's not important. You're right. My point is, to loop back, is that I only have a PlayStation 4. I do not have a Steam Deck. I do not have a gaming laptop. And I cannot afford any of that crap. I don't know how much a Steam Deck is, and I don't know how the Steam Deck works. I guess I could look into that if it's just like a mobile device or whatever, because I do have a Steam account. One of my good friends, Sabrina, gave me her code or whatever so we can share games, and she's asked me, not super recently, it was a couple months ago, she's like, hey, did you ever use my Steam stuff? And I'm like, I can't, because our laptop is a Chromebook from 2019. That's old for a Chromebook. I've tried. It doesn't support Steam. I I've tried the games on my phone. Doesn't support Steam games. I tried logging into the internet on the PS4. That doesn't work either. So I can't just jump into a Steam account. Not to mention, once again, money. Not that Steam games are always expensive. Some Steam games are $2 and they're really good. They're like 40-minute horror games that give you the heebie-jeebies and jump scares and are actually really fun. There are other ones like Garden of Banban that try to make you bankrupt for a shitty game. Sorry, I said it. I said what needed to be said. It has potential, okay? Not to get on a separate rant here. I've seen bits of Garden of Banban that make me go, oh, but the majority of it is complete bullshit. And there are free Steam games as well. There are free games on Steam that are really, really fun. I just don't have a way to access those games. And again, I swear to God I'm not asking for money, because when it comes to all the things I mentioned earlier, bills, taking care of ourselves, gas, all that, we're fine. We are always fine. But that doesn't leave a lot of room for just whatever. I mentioned it in the past videos. Doing this is completely free as long as I have Wi-Fi and room on my phone. I just talk to my wife. I'm like, hey, I want to make a video. Set it up, make it, upload it, we're done. But as far as upgrading, that's out of my reach right now. And I've always said I don't really care. I don't care if I do videos on the phone for the next 5 freaking years. As long as I'm on YouTube, I'm happy. It's like, I'm so happy that I have a YouTube channel. I'm so happy that I have 139 subscribers last I checked. Excuse me. I'm so happy that when I do certain videos, it brings in non-subscribed viewers. This is just, it's a dream come true. I don't care that, it isn't launching into outer space immediately like some people would like it to happen. Getting a consistent, successful YouTube channel in this day and age in 2025 isn't the easiest thing in the world. So my point is, I'm aware that I can't do everything that I want to do. I can't buy brand new video games, even for the PS4. I mentioned the PS5 because, like, Doom: The Dark Ages is, like, it's just the beginning. Like, a lot of games are starting to move forward to next-gen console. And this happened with the PS3 and the PS4 as well. I had a PS3 for the longest I had any console. I even had one as recently as just a couple of years ago. I had a PS4 by then, too. But I was really far behind, to the point that I started missing out on brand new games because they were going to just the PS4. I've never been above, like, middle class. Like, when I was in the military, sure, I was making a lot of money that I could save. And then when I had this job at a furniture company, I was making money hand over fist, to be completely honest with you, but I was using it for important things. Taking care of my family, taking care of big, big bills. I might have gone on vacation once, but, so what? I enjoyed my life, 4 years ago. But the point is, that came out wrong. I love my life. I'm just saying, 4 years ago, when it was just me and my wife, and we had one cat, and we were kind of free to do whatever, yes, we went on vacation one time. But other than that, I've always used my money for important stuff. I've never, over the last 3, 4, 5 years, I've always been like, okay, I need to focus on buying what I need. And now if my father sees this video, he's going to point out that that's not always true, because I did train to be a pro wrestler for 7.5 months, and that wasn't cheap. It was one of the cheapest wrestling schools you could possibly find, especially in North America. But, if I hadn't trained for those 7 months, all that money could have gone to other stuff. But another conversation for another day. I only have a PlayStation 4. So I can't get the new games for the PS5 that are exclusively PS5. And I can't get all those Steam games that everybody's playing. There are still games releasing on the PS4. My biggest example is like WWE 2K25 is on the PS4. But, I'm sorry, I have to move her out of the way. She's tearing up paper. But again, it's not cheap. It's on sale right now, but even on sale, it's still like $48 or something. That I can't just throw away almost $50 for a wrestling game. So, what I'm trying to get at here is that with all that knowledge in my head, the fact that I don't have these things and I don't have a way to get these things, at least not for the time being, and certainly not in the immediate future, it does kind of feel like the channel's in limbo. And like I said, I've kind of hit a creative lull, because I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You guys weren't really into Skyrim. You guys were into No Man's Sky. Well, what else am I supposed to do? I don't know how interested you guys are in me just exploring the galaxy. I've asked before, you guys go ahead and leave comments and let me know. I probably have less than 50 total comments on my entire channel with the hundreds of videos I've done. That's probably an exaggeration, but definitely less than 100 comments on my main videos, not my shorts. And, you know, people don't leave comments, and that's fine. I think people don't leave comments because I say leave a comment if you're interested. I don't think you're interested. I don't think you want to watch me run around and scan stuff for an hour and a half in No Man's Sky. That's a personal thing with me. Same with Skyrim. I'm playing the absolute fuck out of Skyrim, pardon my language, or not. Like, I'll play it for hours. Honestly, I'm so far beyond where I left off in that second video. I've killed like 3 dragons. I'm got like 4,000 gold. I'm trying to buy a house in Whiterun like they said I could. I've discovered multiple places. I've taken on mountain trolls and really powerful wizards and all this other stuff. Like, I'm doing a lot in Skyrim. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I love Skyrim. I love No Man's Sky. That doesn't mean you guys do. Which kind of backtracks to what I mentioned in, oh god, I think my last channel update, we're going through a rough patch where I was like, I have all this other stuff I could play on the channel. That's probably what we're going to go back to. I'm probably going to revert back to ideas I had before I started my channel that I flushed down the toilet because I was like, oh, those are lame and stupid. I'm lame. I'm stupid. I'm cringe. I think I'm funny. I tell bad dad jokes. I tell jokes to people to their face, and they don't laugh. But you know who still laughs? I do. Because I am here to entertain people, but myself included. So what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks is that I'm going to try some new things. And just kind of see how they do. But I'm also not going to pay a whole hell of a lot of attention to the views. So the people that watch this video, if you're in it 17 minutes in, I'd really appreciate it if you at least give these upcoming ideas a shot and see what you think. For example, I'm recording this on Wednesday. I likely won't release it until Thursday because I do want to get at least one more gaming video out. I want to play Anomaly Pools. Let me rephrase this. Whatever day I release this on, whether it's the day I record it, which is Wednesday, or the day after, which is Thursday, Anomaly Pools will be on the other day. But on Friday, I want to start doing reactions to new music. That is something that I've wanted to do like my whole life. I have done like Snapchat reviews, I've done Facebook reviews, I've done type out reviews of albums, songs, whatever. And I watch music reviewers all the time. I used to watch Nick Nocturnal, who just stepped away. People say he's retired. I think he's just taking a big break, and, you know, good for him. I started watching Orion Reacts, which is like the word Orion, but with an H after the O. He reacts to, like, death metal and stuff, so fair warning. But what I'm thinking is doing something like a Friday reaction to new music, because that's, like, my favorite day of the week, because that's when new music drops. The issue is how to record it, because I record on a phone. And I think what I'm going to do is set the ring light up so it faces like a certain, like a corner, like the caddy corner, this corner of the cabin to my right. And so you can see me and the TV, and we'll react to the music videos and the songs together. I'm not too worried about copyright stuff because my channel is so small. I've only been copyright struck once. And that was in by far the worst video ever done on the channel. Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I started to react to the Man in the Suit series, which is a analog horror based on Godzilla. It's terrible because I had my old phone, which was trash, and I was letting my wife use our bigger TV, which is now the second biggest TV in the house. So I was recording on the smallest TV on the back side of the cabin, where there was a glare on the TV. It's the worst video on this channel by a mile, maybe by 2 or 3 miles. But I got copyright struck because I used footage that is, you know, public footage or whatever. It's on YouTube of the Baragon actress doing her own roars. It's adorable. You need to look it up. Look up Baragon, which is Baragon actress. You'll find it. It's hilarious. It's just like Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen making lightsaber noises with their mouths. Another thing that's 100% real. But I'm not too worried about it because copyright strikes, they could demonetize stuff, but I'm not monetized. The biggest, I shouldn't say I'm not concerned about it because a copyright strike could like remove the video entirely, because the copyright strike for that video removed it from every country basically but the US. And I do have out of country viewers, so I don't want to alienate them, but I'll work on it. You know, if I'm worried about copyright strikes, we'll just do this. We'll do this kind of video and the music will play in the background. You guys can just hear it and we'll do it like that. So I'm thinking this Friday, that's why this video is going to be released on Wednesday or Thursday. This Friday, I'm going to start doing music reactions, like a new Music Friday or something. I'm sure I'm not the only channel doing that. Maybe Fresh Music Fridays. Be warned. Be warned. If I decide to start doing this, I listen to absolutely everything. Like, I posted on social media the other day about 3 concerts coming to Nashville. And in all reality, I'm excited about 5, all right? One of them is Seether with Daughtry and a couple other bands. They just announced they're coming here. So Seether and Daughtry, you know, somewhat hard rock. Seether does like country rock sometimes, radio music. Another one that was just announced recently is Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park. Yes, current Linkin Park. Emily is great. Shut up. But the other 3 I posted about is this mini dubstep festival where this artist Sudden Death is holding a 2-night show with like 7 or 8 artists both night. Well, more than that, 7 or 8 acts, because dubstep does this back-to-back thing where 2 artists will play together. But there's 7 or 8 different plays. I just said acts. 7 or 8 different acts on each night at the Pinnacle in Nashville. So that's a dubstep show, a mini dubstep festival. I posted about the Lorna Shore concert, which is a deathcore show with 3 other deathcore artists. Oh, well, 2 are kind of deathcore and 1 slam metal, and Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum does swing music. I'm excited for all 3 of those concerts. That's dubstep, deathcore, and swing. If that doesn't give you an idea of what I listen to, I don't know what to tell you, because it's all intertwined. There's everything. Those 3 are 3 of the main. Like, I listen to really, really heavy metal. I listen to swing music, and I listen to dubstep. But I also listen to pop, some rap, and basically 0 country. So that's just a heads up. If you're, if you've watched the video this far, if you're going to tune in to me reacting to new music, it could be anything from all the way over here where someone is pig squealing at the top of their lungs, all the way down to literally like new age, I guess, swing music. Either way, swing music. So be looking forward to something like that. I'm sorry. And I'm back. All right. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. There's other reaction ideas I have, like when a new trailer drops. I would love to do that kind of stuff with you guys. Same concept, just have the camera facing me and the TV, react to the trailer, and then do like an after reaction, like, okay, here's my, full breakdown. I've thought about watch-alongs, but those are really hard because, again, copyright stuff and recording on a phone. If I just had the phone facing me and I'm watching like a movie, right? And I record and let's just say it's one of those 2-hour, like real long, real intense movies, the phone could just cut off. I've never recorded for that long. If I could do a short movie, I could pick shorter movies to react to, but then that limits my abilities. Plus, again, the copyright thing, I don't want to record me watching a movie. First of all you would see is this face. That's all you would see for an hour and a half. And then secondly, I'd have to be careful with the sound and everything. If I were to do a watch-along kind of thing, that would be on something like a Patreon maybe. I've discussed Patreon a million times with my wife, where I would do special stuff, like I said, maybe like watch-alongs or special behind-the-scenes stuff. But, that's potentially way in the future. Maybe not. Again, I'm just spitballing ideas here. One game that I will definitely be playing again, and I've made this decision 100% by myself, is I have, some of you know this, the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, which is a bunch of just old Sega Genesis games. I think I'm going to start playing some more of those just by themselves. Like, every time I've done a video with that collection, I've always played like a bunch of games and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Why can't I just sit here and play like Sonic the Hedgehog? Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's just 2 examples. But it's got a good collection of games. So I'm thinking about bringing that back as well. I've considered making it a gimmick, like Throwback Thursday, or Way Back Wednesday. No Flashback Friday. I've thought about that, but the problem with making it a gimmick is I have to make the video in time. If we hit busy season again, like last year, July, August, September, and October were completely insane, especially August, September, and October. If I get to August and I'm still working at this moving company and I'm, 6 days in a row I'm dying, and that 7th day is the only day off where I'm on for another 4 or 5, I don't know how many videos I'm going to want to make on my 1 day off. So a gimmick-y version of like playing classic games may not be what I'm talking about, but I beat the first Sonic the Hedgehog fairly recently. It was only a couple months ago. It was this year. So maybe I'll start that over. Like, it's not like me playing it again is gonna ruin the game or anything. Like, it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's the first. It's always, people are like, what's the first video game you ever played? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was Sonic the Hedgehog. So, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is one of my favorite games ever, even though there's a part on a level that took me like 20 years to beat. But I did eventually get past that part. So it'd be funny if I start the game completely over, get to that part again on the channel, and you guys have to watch me sit there and struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle. Trust me, it's a struggle and a half. So I don't entirely know where I left off, but I will say there are plenty of other games on that collection that I can try to play. I've tried playing Altered Beast, but I can never get that far in it. So, all right. So, I guess that's pretty much it. I have other ideas as well, but I don't really know. I've mentioned a bunch of games to you guys that I have physical copies of. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. I said I guess that's it, but I forgot. I still have to beat the first 4 Five Nights at Freddy's games, and I still have never touched Ultimate Custom Night. I bought all of those for the channel before I even started the channel. So I definitely want to play those again. I did FNAF Rush a while back. I don't remember when that was. It's been a while since I've touched those games. I won't do that again, but I do think it's time for me to like sit down and try to beat the FNAF games. I'm not good at them by any stretch of the imagination, but I would like to try them again. So that's another thing I want to do. I guess I'll stop it there. I have just kind of been talking for almost half an hour, but I just, this is me being exactly who I said I was going to be when I started this channel. Try to be as transparent as possible. Yes, I keep saying there are things I can't tell you. It's my personal life. I'm going through some stuff that I have to take care of, and that's just the way it is, basically. But as far as the channel goes, it's not going anywhere. I want to still be doing this. You all know the Skyrim grandma, right? Apparently she's back as the Oblivion remake grandma, which is cool. Good for her. I would love to be an old man still playing video games with the youngins. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the right stuff to continue to do all the cool, fun games. I will keep bringing games to the channel. I'm not suddenly going to be like, this is the end of video games. There will be games. There's also free games on PlayStation, cheap games on PlayStation that I can always throw up here. So, thank you for watching this video, for everybody that tunes into it. And thank you to the people that do watch all my content. You guys have been very patient with me, and I always enjoy seeing these videos do as well as they do, because that means people are keeping up with the channel. Just be ready for things to get a little weird. Jeez, sorry. This happens a lot when I'm recording. Because I'm just kind of in limbo. If something changes, if I am able to upgrade my laptop, well, it's not mine, it's hers. If I'm able to get a Steam Deck, or if anything like that, you guys will be the first to know, and then we'll go from there. But for now, just be looking forward to just some weird stuff. Again, this Friday, I'll do my first new music reaction. Fresh Music Friday. I don't know. We'll come up with a name other than just new music reactions on Fridays. But until then, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Like I said, congratulate my buddy Hunter on having his first biological child. And let me know what you're looking forward to. And yeah, the next couple of weeks, maybe the next couple of months are going to be a little interesting. But until next time, this is JT Tanya. For the love of God, this is JT Channel. I am JT, and I will see you in the next one.